Well, welcome to your tour of the SU Solomon Islands property in Honiara on this beautiful sunny February morning. Just going to freeze the frame here and just explain a little bit about what you're looking at. The property block is really a rectangular shape that's built up the side of a hill, and as you can see looks out on a fantastic view. In front of you there is what's going to be the town football ground with a shopping centre built around it, which will be finished later on in 2010. That's going to bring the CBD of Honiara right to the doorstep of SU. This video has been made on behalf of the Council of Scripture Union in the Solomon Islands, and they have a real heart to see this property developed. It's quite underutilised at the moment. It has two main buildings on the site: the main house, which we're standing in now, which also has a training centre, and a shop that brings them passive income that goes back into the ministry. So let's unfreeze. This is a shot of the house from the side, looking down the stadium there, the shop in the frame now, and the driveway heading down the hill. That's the boundary of the block in amongst those trees there. This is a shot from right up behind the house. This land in front of us is Scripture Union's land. This is a pan of it. Down in the gully there is where the boundary line is. So that building right there is not theirs. The one coming into shot is their main building. Panning around to the right here, and the other boundary is down in the gully. You can see there. This is the same piece of land taken from down behind the house looking back up. That building there is not theirs. Their boundary line's just below that. Again coming around, and their boundary line is, as I said before, down in the gully here. Those buildings are not their buildings. But this one coming in is theirs. We're down at the front of the house now. We're looking up at the veranda where you saw the original shot for this clip taken from. So it's a house up there, 3-bedroom house at the top, and down below is a flat, a few office and storerooms, and a training area. So moving down the driveway from the house, moving down the block, there's the shop that they own that's rented out as a trade store, bringing quite significant passive income into them. They want to develop that possibility. They see that this land has great potential to give them some financial sustainability in the long term, reducing dependency on outside income coming into the country and into SU in the country. And there's real possibilities on the block. Okay, this is looking up at this bit of land in between the house and the shop. It's quite a bit bigger than the piece of land that's behind the house that you saw earlier. It's right down on the road here. We're going to look back up the block now. You'll see the shop coming into view in the foreground. And then it just moves up the hill. You can just make out the house through the trees there. Another angle of the road. The house is a little clearer there, but you can get a good sense of the block that just moves right up the hill beyond the house at the back. Moving back up the driveway now, we just want to stop in a moment and have a look at this piece of land coming up here that offers a lot of potential too. Let's just freeze the frame here. So this piece of land isn't terraced. It could be terraced. It could have structures on it that are built on stilts on the other hand. But this piece of land and the one at the back really offers quite considerable potential. It could be set up with structures that earn them passive income. rented out for various purposes. That could be in the short term, 5 to 10 years, particularly if they're portable. In the long term, they could be removed, sold off, particularly if they're portable, and other sorts of structures put on there. It's trying to find a flexible way of using this land. What they really want help with right now is people who can help them think about the land use, develop some kind of master plan of how this piece of land that they've had for about 30 years can actually be used. Maybe in the longer term is they need people to help them actually develop that in various ways, which could involve building teams and those sorts of things. But right now, to try and think about what to do with it. By the way, that's Eddie, you can see there. He's their administrator, and he also heads up a ministry, peer support ministry, focused on HIV and AIDS. So that's it for now. That's the property. Over to you guys.